When women aren't ashamed of nothing but offended by everything, you know that the dating game is trash. I mean, you tell me, people don't even want to download any dating apps to get to know somebody because unfortunately, a lot of women are the same now. They get the same lip injections, they wear the same clothes, they act the same, walk the same, think the same, and they have the same requirements when it comes to men. See, women like myself in my culture, we have been raised with honor and pride. So asking a man for money or material is the last thing that comes to our mind. Why? Because we've been taught to get out there to get it ourselves. I have been married for 16 years. Not once did I ask my husband for money. Not ever. So with that being said, what makes a lot of women so comfortable to the point they just ask the man that they barely know for a couple of days or even weeks, ask the man for money? Even worse, some of them are catfishing the man, asking him for money.
I know you fucking lying. That ain't cool.
Oh, you're not Stephanie?
I am Stephanie.
No, you not. Stop lying. You not Stephanie. Listen, man, I don't know who this person is.
I am Stephanie.
I done sent you all my motherfucking money. For 3.5 years, I done been broke fucking with you.
I'm sorry.
That's why you never FaceTime me. Ain't no damn way you ain't had Wi-Fi, no cellular data to FaceTime me.
Do not say this doesn't happen. I know this seems to be a skit, but I also know that there's an actual television show in America that is called Catfish or something like that. But how many times does this actually happen in real life? Ladies, how do we feel good about ourselves lying to these men? Asking these men for money? How many dates or almost dates do women go to, but they need men to cash up them some money first? Apple Pay some money first. Because these women's time is money. And they don't have money, meaning they don't have any time for these men. So therefore, they make these men pay before they even think about talking to these guys. I know several men on Instagram sending women money who look like plastic dolls. You can literally look at their profile. You can look at their profile and know that these women, they don't want to know these men. But I'm going to have to ask you, who to blame? Who to blame? Don't worry, I'll wait. Who's to blame? And when you look at these women's profiles, they are always partying, they're always dressed nice, very expensive purses, they're on vacation, probably more than you and I put together. And who pays for all of these luxurious items or the luxurious lifestyle? It's those simps in their DMs. Those simps who actually believe that they make a difference in her world by sending women like that money. Ladies, it's never a classy thing to request money from a man. It doesn't matter what situation you are in. And I'm talking about men that you're just starting to date, men that you're just starting getting to know, or even men that you are dating for a couple of months. Never okay. And gentlemen, if you are sending these women money and they take advantage of you and the money that you work for, I'm going to have to say it is your fault. It is your fault because why would you even do that? Most of the time, these women will only respond to you when they know that you are a target. And when I say a target, yes, they see you as another victim. Just imagine a spider web and they are the spider just sitting in the middle of it and you are the fly. They're just waiting for you to be trapped in that spider web so they can suck you out, suck your pockets dry. That's what these women do. I bet my life that if you are talking to one of these women right now and you don't respond with money, they will not talk to you anymore. They will not answer your DMs anymore. They will not pick up the phone anymore. Matter of fact, some of them may even take it so far and block you on social media just because you are useless to them now. These women are ruthless nowadays, and you're going to have to protect yourself because there's nothing you can get out of them except for a headache or two.
People be like, she's a gold digger. She wants a guy with money. I'm trying to look for my husband and the father of my children.
Of course.
Why would I not want a guy that has a provider mindset? Why would I not want a guy that can provide financial stability for my future family? So yeah, I'm going to make sure that whoever I am dating to be the father of my children and my husband, I'm going to make sure that he is financially stable so that my children don't suffer.
Pay close attention, guys. Everything is about her. My future husband, my family, my children not suffering, my future, my lifestyle. Everything is about them. So when they vet these guys and they are, checking their requirements list, making sure that you fit into their descriptions, everything is always about them. She did not one time say our family, our future, me supporting my husband. And the question that I always like to ask in this case, what do you bring to the table? Most likely it's not going to be much besides a woman's looks, but the problem is this: a woman who doesn't know about a man's struggle while he's going to work, while he has to attend these meetings, while he has to put in these extra hours, if he is not there by his side as this man is building himself up, she will never understand his struggle and therefore never going to have a problem with spending his money. Women nowadays, unfortunately, tend to not have enough patience, not have the time of the day to stand by a man's side as he's going through a career change, about some educational change, about a self-development journey. They want the fixed product. And since these women are looking for the fixed products, they don't know how to appreciate everything that's behind the stage. If you have been there with the man throughout his whole struggle, and this goes vice versa in a relationship, that's why a lot of these relationships don't last nowadays. If you understand each other's struggle, then there's no problem with supporting one another.
If a woman ever asks you for money, she don't like you. I don't care what the situation is, she don't like you. And guys, do not give her the money. If you give her the money when she asks you for it, all respect is gone. She will never respect you. She gonna always look at you as a trick. All she's doing is trying to use you, bro. She has no real interest in you, but she's like, you know what? I guess I'll get some money from this dude because I want to go get my nails done. I want to get my hair done. A lot of these women be broke, bills late, credit all messed up. And they want you to come through and give them some money to help them out. Guys, don't do that.
Once a woman asks you for money and you give her the money for absolutely no reason, you barely know her, she has done nothing for you, not even cooked a plate of food for you, she will only know and remember you as an ATM. And that's that. Nothing more, nothing less. She will always come to you, be in her feminine energy whenever she needs to. Because a lot of women nowadays don't even understand and know and never have been taught to be in their feminine energy unless they want something. And we already know how manipulative some women can be the moment they want something, right? They know how to speak nice, they know how to ask you about your day. And a lot of men should also know when it's actually that time when women call you with that certain energy in her voice. You should do what? Click, hang up. You're calling me just because you want money? You're replying to my DMs just because you want money? I'm only good for money? Good. What am I getting in return? Nothing? Bye. See, there are so many female content creators all over social media platforms who have no problem with lying to women or teaching them the wrong things. If you're a woman and you're asking a man for money for no freaking reason just because you're late with paying your bills, you're nothing but a scammer. You're nothing but a scammer because you don't know that man for nothing. You don't even care about that man, and you make that very, very clear. But unfortunately, men sometimes are weak individuals and they just look at you on your social media and they feel as though, okay, if I send her some money, maybe I can get a chance. Maybe I can talk to her. Maybe she will see me as a person who was there for her, who helps her whenever she needs me. Gentlemen, no, she doesn't. She doesn't care. I'm sorry to break this down to you. She doesn't care. She never did, and she never will. Because the guy she actually cares about would never send her any money. The guy she actually wants wouldn't want her. That's why she continuously turns around to you. Listen, ladies, a strong woman does not beg a man for money. A strong woman doesn't even ask a man for money. A strong woman knows who she is. She has morals and values. She knows what she stands for, and she has pride. She honors herself, which is the reason why she would never put herself on the same level as these thirsty 304s all over social media. Matter of fact, a strong woman does not go out there and look for somebody's attention because she knows her self-worth. Self-worth. When we are talking about self-worth, we are not talking about the impressions that we get from others to understand what our self-worth is. My advice to you would be not to listen to these crazy female content creators because all they will contribute to is you degrading yourself, you lowering your value. Because we always say this, and it is true, a man does not care about your degree or your career, which doesn't mean not to have it. But throwing it into a man's face with a loud voice, flashing your keys into his face, none of that matters. Men don't care about none of that. And all these female content creators, what they're doing is they are just mass producing more and more of these delusional modern women who just don't want to do nothing except for looking good and spend a man's money, which is actually the reason why so many men are leaving the US. If these women all over social media are so successful in what they are doing, why are they not in a relationship? Trust me, I've been married for 16 years. I think I know what it takes to be functioning, supportive partner, wife. And I'm going to tell you one thing, I had to sacrifice a lot, but so did my husband. So if both parties do not somehow sacrifice a little bit of what they were enjoying and doing before the marriage, then the marriage is not going to work out. You cannot expect your partner to do everything that you request. Just like the woman said in the clip with the blonde hair, my children, my lifestyle, my future. If it's all about you all of the time, then you need to stay single. And that's the problem with a lot of women nowadays in relationships. They want everything to be about themselves. It's either their way or the highway. And men are getting sick and tired of it. It's a two-way street, ladies, not a one-way street. Everybody, that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening to today's video, showing your love and your support. Make sure you give this video a like. Make sure you share with your friends and family or whoever else you think that has to listen to it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you did, welcome on board. Stay safe in these streets and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Everyone, thank you so much.